Yo,
You already know what it is.
Uh-huh.
237, no place like home. Catch me on the stoop, baby.
and
And
today,
today, yo, Cuzzo, I heard
Today.
Chi-Town in the building, baby.
Chi-Town,
Chi-Town in the building today, baby.
Hold on,
Yeah.
but let her
Let her introduce herself.
Let her tell the people who she is.
Okay. What up, everybody? It's your girl, Drea. Oh, and as you know, I'm everywhere you go. And today we are in the beautiful town of Brooklyn. What is it, about 75 degrees?
Something like that. Good old
Yeah,
Sunday.
80.
Good old Sunday.
Ah.
Good old 80 in the style.
We're here on this beautiful brownstone, beautiful stoop, and we're ready to have some good conversation.
Now,
Beautiful people. Hold on, don't say the beautiful people.
Oh,
Yeah. I have not been, okay, so I've been away. It's so different. I'm so surprised by, I guess, the gentrification of everything and how everyone's kind of like intertwined and mixed together now. Because I was here maybe like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
You was
4 years
pre-COVID,
ago.
was that before
Right
COVID?
before
Yeah.
COVID or when it was
Yeah.
about to jump off.
Yes, it was.
She got up out of here.
I got up out of here at
Yeah.
night time. So
Yeah,
don't
I
leave
mean,
it here, B.
we got the ability to work from home and we got to be remote. So I just kind of like gradually started getting like a little spot in Chicago where I could come back and forth. But it's just crazy to see the difference between 4 years to now. I know when I left, it was a lot of organic places popping up.
Yeah,
Are they still here?
Yeah,
Did they make it?
More.
Because it
There's
was
more of them.
so expensive.
Yes.
Oh my pet stores. See, it was so different. It was so different when I was here. But I mean, how do you guys feel? Because you're still here. Is this a good thing? Are the prices going up? Are you able to
I
maintain?
mean, it depends on who you talk to.
Yeah.
You know, if you talk to the renter, of course, the renter is like, it's hot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You talk to the homeowner, they're like, my price is good. You know what I mean? My house price is good. So it all depends on who you talk to.
They didn't come through try to buy your brownstone?
Of course.
My friend actually ended up selling his. Him and his whole family owned a brownstone, and they kept coming, and then finally, his mom was in a little bit of a tight situation.
Yeah.
They came with the number, and they sold it, and they moved to South Carolina. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think you'll ever leave?
I mean, I would leave,
I mean,
but maybe not sell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you look at it, for all of those people who have left, your generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've already exhausted that option. Like, we look at these houses because we was here when they weren't worth nothing. And now, to sit down saying, yo, if you own one of these, you are multi-millionaire.
Yes.
Like, those could be, life changing for people behind you.
Yeah.
So,
We ain't going nowhere.
we ain't going nowhere.
If you could stay, please stay, because I think some of us gotta stay, because some of us are being pushed out without our ability to hang on, and that's the only sad part.
We chilling. We not going nowhere. So I say this all the time to all our guests, but this just not a show for us. We grew up in this house. We really sat out here on the stoop. This is what we did. So we ain't going. Just like I said, we not going nowhere. Even this is what we do. So we welcome all our guests to come through, just like you.
Yeah,
It's love. It's
I
love.
was happy. I was like, oh,
it's
they
love.
met in the street.
It's love. You know what I'm saying? It's love. And you from Chicago, but you lived here.
Yes, I did.
So you know what I'm saying? And you lived in Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Yes, I did.
So you are entwined with the
Honorary,
culture.
yeah.
You
I know how it goes. Like, I was here for 4 years. I had so much fun here. I had a blast. And I met one of my best friends. He was actually my neighbor. That's the one that moved with the brownstone.
Yeah.
And we're still friends to this day. He lives in South Carolina. So I just had a ball, and I have nothing bad to say. My hairdresser, I still go to her. She's up the street. She's on Fulton.
You said you still go to her?
When I can.
Because I'm like, what?
When I get to come back, I still go to her. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Wait, 4 and 1. Let's shout her out. What's her name?
Her name is Rookie.
Rookie.
She's right over there on Fulton and right. No,
What's the name of her spot? What's the name of her
It's a
spot
little
over there?
spot.
Oh, it's a little
So it's like in between the African hair.
Oh, Rookie. Rookie, what up, Rookie? Keep her looking fly, Rookie. Keep on. Lace in it.
But right now, I'm literally in New York and Chicago, so I'm like in between, and I'm gonna be moving to LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, hold on
And this is
now.
the first time I've talked about this.
That's
So this is an exclusive, but
who do you?
nobody knows that yet.
You've been in New York. You've been in Chicago.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm sure you've traveled in between.
Mhm.
LA
Yeah.
is a whole different
I
lifestyle
know.
than New York and Chicago. Because I think Brooklyn and Chicago, they have a lot of
They
similarities.
do.
They have a lot of similarities.
City, concrete life, like it's a little hard, like, but LA, I feel like it's a little bit more valley, surfer.
You ready for that?
I'm not, because I'm not gonna lie to you. When I went to LA, I thought I was gonna like it, and I didn't necessarily like it. But I feel like for my career and for me to go to the next level, I gotta like,
To be out there.
yeah, I gotta just try it out. I gotta just try it out, so then I can say at least I did all the cities. And then the major cities, and then maybe I'll just go back home if it don't work out into Chicago. But
you got to give it a shot.
I want to try. Yeah, I'm like, let me go see what the Illuminati talking about. let me just go see if it's true. And I was like,
yeah. I would be tuned in. Like, what Drea say today? What Drea say today? Is it true?
I just want to see if it's true. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, so I just, I want to just expand and grow to the next level with my career. So I just want to go see what it's like. I don't know what it's going to be like because I know a lot of people come back home and be like they don't like it. So I guess we'll see.
Now, when it comes to the drill scene,
Yeah.
because the drill scene is very big between our two cities. And again, there are probably other cities but between our two cities, it's very big.
Brooklyn drill. Woo.
Well, Brooklyn and Bronx.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? You got Little Manhattan, Harlem now.
I never really. Do you hear people say Manhattan drill?
Not so much. Not so much. But you got Bronx and Brooklyn heavy, and of course, Chi-Town.
Yes,
You
the
know,
originator.
The
originator.
I see one of the shows. He may not keep up with that though.
It's the original. Yeah, Chicago. We kicked it off. For better or for worse, because people debate on whether drill was a good or bad thing. But like I say this a lot, I think drill was the sound of what was going on at the time. So there was a lot of, crime was high, violence was high, gun violence was really high in Chicago at the time during the birth of drill. So it was kind of like the kids were singing and rapping about what they were seeing every day and what was going on. And that's the thing I think a lot of people don't. It's not that they don't understand, but they just don't want to like comprehend like how drill really started. It wasn't because of the glorification of the violence. It was just looking out your window, seeing what's going on, and that's what they're rapping about. So
that's
it's
what
like
hip hop is, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what hip hop started from, not for nothing. Talking about what was going on outside in front of you. Well, but though.
What do you think?
It's crazy.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy out there with that.
What did you guys think when you saw drill moving over to Brooklyn?
Well, I was late on it. Now I was big on drill.
I thought the story, not the music per se. I thought the story was like crazy, like the world they was living. I thought it was like different. I was like, wow, these are kids. So they rap about it. They living these lives, and I just followed ever since. And everyone I followed that I really enjoyed wound up leaving this earth. Everyone I get to like wound up leaving. So that's from, I see you was cool with FBG Cash. That, like, I was a fan of his. I'm like, wow, and it felt like I knew him, like just by,
I know.
It was just different. I'm like, wow, it just hit different. All of their deaths hit different, whether they from the BDs, the GDs, they were just different because the connection is pure.
It's always interesting too to see that New York, you guys were paying attention. You know what I mean? Like I was watching what was going on, because I feel like for a long time Chicago didn't get their voice to like national levels, if that makes sense. Like we had a hard time with that because y'all was running. New York was, y'all was like running it for a while. So it was interesting to see drill kind of like
take over.
Yeah.
Take over.
Yes.
Change the world.
Yes.
Like,
or make it just
even
make a
Duck,
huge lane for itself.
That whole Duck, that whole Cash, them, losing their lives, and then you sitting down looking at Vaughn. All of those guys was like They were out
Big
there
in the music
really,
world.
really
Yeah, yeah.
doing it in the music world. Like, and again, the only thing, of course, it's hard to comprehend is that you guys are actually made it. These guys are making it, not made it, but they're making it. And to have them lose their lives like in the prom, or you see these guys going to jail, like Puerto Ricos and stuff like that. Those are only things that's kind of, it's hurtful to see. You know, it's hurtful to see because, you know, you waited all your life to actually
Make something good for your family.
you know, to help out your family, and then for it all to be gone is just that's the one thing that kind of is like, damn.
That is the hardest part about this whole genre, you know? Just like everybody was just trying to make it out and make money for their family to change their own lives. And it was like the minute that their star started taking off, it just got shot up the sky.
Yeah.
And that's the heartbreaking part, because it's like, is it the crabs in the barrel effect that we always talk about with our, you know, community? Or was it the karma energy? Like, what do you think?
I seen when Dirk and them started blowing up and getting big, and they said that they was blackballing the GD with the FG Duck and all of them. And the moment they really started to open up that door where they started to bust through, like, oh, we gonna still get up there. Both of them started getting shot.
Yep.
And it was crazy because they finally got into the mainstream where they was about to blow, and they like to cut short. It's sad. Did you was it true that you did FPG Cat's last interview?
I did. Yes. And it was crazy because I just didn't know that what we were talking about was going to end up being so deep. And I guess, you know, whenever you talk about death, I guess they say you're not supposed to talk about death, right? Is that what they say?
They say, you know, you talk about it, you kind of like bring it on.
Yeah, so we just accidentally kind of just started talking about death, and it was just weird because he kind of brought it up, and then we kind of just kept on talking about it. And you know, I dropped the interview, and then probably like 2 weeks later he lost his life. And one of his last words in the interview, well, not even last words, but one of his words in the interview that really stuck with me, he said, death, it's not in the cards for me. I'm gonna live a long life. I'm gonna be an old man in a nursing home. And we kind of like laughed about it, and we were like, yeah, you're gonna be in the nursing home, you know. And then 2 weeks later he was dead, and it just really, really bothered me because I'm like, wow, life is so short. You never know when it's your time to go. Never. You just really want to make sure that you tell everybody you love them. It sounds so cliche, but it's like, how else could we say it? You really don't want to go to sleep mad. You really don't want to, you know, not let people know that you care, because you never know how long you have here. And then if you don't get a chance to say those things, it's going to be with you forever, because you never got a chance to say goodbye, or I'm sorry, or don't go outside, or whatever it was, you know what I mean? So those are the things that do bother me. And Cash was, you know, he was a rising star that worked so hard. He worked so hard. So when you put in the work, it always comes back to you. It's karma. It's the world. And it was his time. It was his time. It was a rising star, and they shot him out the sky. And it just bothers me because I'm the potential, you know.
So much potential. I followed him for a long time, and I'm a fan of underdogs.
Yep.
So being that they was underdogs, I like, you know, I ride with them. I like the other side. I like King Von and Dirk and all of them. But the underdogs, there's something special about the underdogs, man.
What did you think when you heard King Von pass? Because that was so random.
Yeah, that was. You know what though? The way King Von was moving. Like he was moving, like, you know, as we evolve, like you gotta sit down sometimes and take a step back and look at everything that's going on around you. You know, with them already, him and Dirk having that situation in Atlanta, where they couldn't actually be together because they was already going through a situation. You know what I mean? Those type of things just have you kind of like, yo, this ain't about you being scared. You know what I'm saying? This is about you saying, yo, I got to move different.
You're in a whole different state.
Yeah, you're in a whole different state. Not only are you in a whole different state, Vaughn was in a whole different tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a different tax bracket. There are people that, you know what I'm saying, you are actually helping. You are feeding. You are, yes. So, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to things like that, you know, I think we as a people, you know, because, you know, when we young, you know, we moved differently. We didn't care. We didn't, it was different.
I think as the the fathers or whatever, he missed that upcoming. Like when he was upbringing in the streets, he didn't have the father to say, yo, do this and do this different. They was in the street from young.
The block raising.
So you ain't thinking about moving different. You thinking about,
putting on for the block,
keeping it on his own site for the block.
Now, Drea, let me ask you, where do you see that lane going? Where do you see drill going? Where do you see the potential? Because we talking about this, that, and the third, but where do you see it going? Can it be bigger than it is? Is it
ceiling?
Yeah,
Right?
can it get or has it reached the ceiling? Is there anything positive coming out of that situation?
That's a great question. I think with the ending of the FBG drug trial and the O Block 6 being found convicted, their sentencing actually got pushed to next year in January. But they were supposed to be sentenced next month, but they're already looking at mandatory life sentences. So the only way, you already know how it goes. The only way that they'll be able to get their stuff down is if they start telling, and they work out a deal. So we'll see what happens.
Else that's on the street.
I meant the music. Just period. Where do you see the genre going? Can it be bigger than it actually is right now?
I think that drill is always gonna, now that it's been established 10 years in, it's gonna always be here. There's new artists being signed. There's a whole new genre. I mean, there's a whole new lineup of Chicago drill artists now. Like shout out to Vaughn off 1700. There's a bunch of them. Chucky, like you'll start seeing them now. A bunch of them. Dirk just signed a bunch of them. So it's like the next generation now. So it's like now we're just watching the second generation of drill emerge from Chicago. So I do think it'll always be here.
I think it's always here.
I'm not going to even lie. I don't even want to see the second. I don't even want to see it.
You know what? You know what the crazy thing about it is? When you have a guy, you have these guys that have these star power. That star power. Hey. Yeah.
Come up, right?
When you got those stars, especially like you got a Pop Smoke who kind of like came up and Pop actually
was New York. That was New York.
We gotta talk about that. He was huge.
He took drill to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think drill is going anywhere. You're gonna always have those guys that come up out of Chicago, out of New York, especially those two places, because those are like the cradles. So you have those two people. I think drill is not going nowhere.
Can you do drill without losing your life though?
Yo, and that's
what do you think about Ice Spice? Because Ice Spice calls herself a drill.
That's why I asked you, where do you see it going? Do you see a lot of the big name companies and things of that nature? Do they move away from drill, or they probably just handpicking who they want? Just like you said, Ice Spice, she seemed like she might be in a safe space. Let's put her right here.
Insurance policies.
Yeah, they put life insurance on everything.
Oh yeah.
But look, yo, Dirk has been not even just Dirk. Let's Chief Keef. These guys are still here.
Yep.
They're still here.
And they're young.
You know how young. They still here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that we're thinking that they're, like it's gonna be the end of drill, because you can see that there's some guys that are actually doing drill and still living.
Well, listen, the ones that's not they still living, but they got to still move different. I don't want the drill music if they're gonna keep drilling.
But that's because of the other life that comes with drill. It's not the drill music; it's the other life that comes with it. When you ganging, is that those things come with that life.
Because this week they just snatched up 18 kids.
Yeah, well,
this week,
and again, no, but this is why I'm saying it comes with that lifestyle. If you could sit down and do
rap
drill,
the music. You can't
right?
drill if you ain't drill. If you're not out
you're not
really
paying
doing it, they don't want to hear your music.
And
YouTube is not gonna push it because you ain't got two bodies out there.
That's the thing. You gotta look at.
You gotta really look at it.
Who's pushing it? Who's pushing that agenda?
That narrative. Pushing that narrative.
It's all good.
What I think is really interesting, though, is that we got to live to see the birth of a new genre.
Yeah.
Because what was the last genre that was birthed besides, I mean, I can't even think, before drill? Because drill is a whole new, and we got to see it. We got to see the artists come up. Like, it's like, that's going to go down in history. So I'm actually happy that I got to experience that, even though it was horrible time. But I got to document it, and like, I'll be able to tell and talk about it 20 years down the line. 50 years, yeah.
Because you at the front line.
I was there.
You at the front line.
Could you at least say Brooklyn put the dance into the drill?
Y'all, okay, let's talk about Pop Smoke, because I think without Pop Smoke, I don't know if Brooklyn drill would have been able to be established, because y'all had a couple of popular people, but I feel like they all got locked up. You know what I mean? And even now, they're still going through like litigation and stuff, like Sleepy Hollow and stuff like that. But
what you call it just came home, right?
Chef
G, they was over there.
So they in and out. Yeah. Oh yeah, and they just got kicked off a hot.
Yeah.
Wait, first of all, isn't that
Summer?
today?
That is
Summer
today.
Jam.
That is
Summer
today.
Jam is today. And you want to know what's crazy? The most people I know are not there and they don't care. So we can talk about that exactly.
I mean, you know.
Summer Jam used to be
the shit.
Summer Jam used to be the shit. I don't know what it is, but all of these big corporations are losing the sauce. And it's not even that they're losing it. I just think that the audience doesn't need these big entities to tell us what's hot no more. All we gotta do is find them ourselves.
They can look on
Exactly.
Now, they got Drea on the stoop, baby.
We want the people to tell us what's hot. Like, we don't need, you know, I mean, shout out to Double XL, but we don't need the freshman cover to tell us who we like no more. Like, we didn't have options back in the day. We had to only turn on 106 and Park to see what the songs were. But now in 2024, you can find out. There's so many places, and you can find your own audience, and you can make your own audience. You can find your own people. So I think that is very powerful, and I think the creators are running things right now.
So you do a lot of good interviews now.
Because I want to know now. Are you talking about that? Now, Complex. That Complex 25.
Yeah, that was last year. The top.
You know. In the number 9 spot, because that number 9 spot.
Wait. Who was in the 9 spot, guys?
Number 9 spot was the Vlad guy.
Okay.
Vlad. Now, we're talking about
what number was Drea on?
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Well, Drea gave us the 10. I saw the 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if Drea was in the 25. She just wasn't in the 10. But if you ask me, I want to replace a few of them motherfuckers in the 10, and I'm putting Drea there. Because they need to talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where these guys get they lists and they, you know, who they talking to.
They don't do their research like us. They don't find who we find, baby.
Well, you know.
They don't find who we find.
There's always been a disconnection between the industry and the underground audience that's emerging. Like, they always seem to find out the people late.
Oh yeah.
It's like we already knew about them. We was watching their YouTube channel for years, and then they just found them and gave them a job at Fox or whatever. So you know, they're a little bit late on it, but no. So that list last year, I actually got to host the Twitter Spaces, and I got to work on it with, you know, I think 15 other really smart people that, you know, it was actually a debate. We was in there arguing and fighting for the people that we wanted on the list. So it wasn't easy. And they have actually there's another list that's going to come out this year. But I didn't work on that one. So last year was my year with the list. And yeah, so what did you think about the number 9 and everything else like that? But it wasn't just me. Like, I had to argue and fight with, like I said, 15 other people that probably you'll never see. You know what I mean? Like, those are the people that sit in
behind
offices.
the office, behind the desk.
Yes.
They ain't out here hitting the street. on the stoop.
But it was nice to get a chance to add people that I really needed to be in there, because I was in there fighting for people that don't even know me, and they'll never know that I was in there fighting for them. But it was like, I watch them on YouTube, I like it. So it was a fun thing, and then it was fun to do the list that you saw. So I did the stand up piece for it. It was cool. It was cool. I hosted it with Jason Lee. So Jason Lee, I believe, was number 5. I can't remember the list exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember his
He
number.
might have been number 7.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his number. I just remember Vlad's number.
So what did you feel about that?
I just think that, you know, when you got other people pushing, you know, there's so many people that I think have control of our culture. You know what I'm saying? And your Adam 22s, your Vlads, you know what I mean? And this has nothing to do with them being white. This has everything to do with the things that they push, the messages that they push, the way that they push it. Like, yo, all you talk about and all you promote is all of the negative shit
that goes on and on.
You know what I'm saying? And those things perpetuate things. You know what I mean? Like, we want to highlight the great things. Yes, there are some things that's going on in the hip-hop industry that we wish would stop. But there are some great things going on within that hip hop community also. And again, you got other genres, other entertainment industries that got a lot of fucked up shit going on in them too. But you don't talk about them because they got a complexion for protection.
That shit not gonna get the clicks though.
That's what I was gonna say.
Of course.
Are they feeding the beast?
Of course.
Or are they giving the people what they want?
Yeah.
What was he number 9, Cuzzo?
Vlad was number 9. Math was 10.
Did you vote for?
And Vlad was number 9.
Who did I
like that?
But that was last year, cause
that was last year, and this is good that we're talking about this because the new list should be dropping sometime. I don't know when it is actually, but it's funny because I'll tell you who I was fighting for. Well, I don't know. I don't want to necessarily say, but there was one person that I did think that he should have been on there. And they just didn't want him on the list. But it was more of, it wasn't a personal thing. It was more of like, where do we draw the line with the micro blogs? So there's a lot of like micro blogs.
And what is that?
Those are news outlets that are on Instagram that are like smaller, that just kind of like post news. And they kind of like regurgitate. Yes, that's what
everything out. They just
you took the words out of my mouth.
No doubt.
So there's a lot of these smaller entities, and then shout out to them because they're really the ones that are. See, like if I had to push something, I would go to the micro blogs right now, and I would pay out, or I would connect with the little ones because the little ones equal the big ones, and you'd rather be seen on a whole bunch of smaller ones than just one big one. Because this is 2024.
She's giving out some jewels. She's giving out some jewels.
Hold that thought. Are those the same people that would solve the crime of these murders that's going on? Into like, are these the same people that's putting out these stories with these crimes?
See, then that's another factor. I feel like there needs to be like a new news journalistic chart of different people that are contributing, because those are like the YouTube investigators and they do their work. Because there's people that have solved crimes. But those are the ones that are actually doing investigative like research, and they might just not have the degree or the platform, but they still care and they're still uploading and putting in the work. But the micro blogs are kind of like just like if you had an Instagram page and you see news and you just repost it and you don't really check research and but you're just kind of like reposting stuff that you like, which is cool, but it's like that's not really an established news outlet. So it was kind of like, where's the line drawn between what those people are and what the real people like are? And no, because CMC would still be a big outlet because they still do their
research. I'm saying the difference, like from one that don't do their research.
So like give me somebody you think would probably be a micro blogger that doesn't do their research.
It doesn't matter. Joe Schmo, Joe Schmo the IG just put out blah blah blah, but Joe Schmo the IG got like 60K followers, just that and the third, and they like, oh shit,
yeah,
and they get that word out faster.
You probably get that a lot because you have a series called What Happened to FBG Cash. So the people that's feeding you, just giving you all types of all this information.
Oh my God, I just had a situation like that recently because I investigated this storyline. Okay, so this other content creator said that he came up on he came up on a lead on what happened to Cash, and he basically put out a video that went viral about what he said that he knew happened. So I'm like, so all the other bloggers are like, oh my God, everybody's making videos. And then I'm like, okay, so why didn't anybody go talk to him? So why? And then everybody's like, no, we don't talk to him. I'm like, but why don't we go talk to him? If we're all journalists and we're trying to get to the bottom of this, let's go talk to him. So I hit him up and we did an interview. Everybody was mad. Everybody was just mad. And I'm like, why would I be wrong to talk to the person that started the story?
Yeah.
And they're like, because it was a lie, da da da. But I'm like,
we don't. It was a lie?
Nobody really knew. I had to go ask him. So I went and I asked him and I did an interview on it and people were like, he made it up and it was a lie. But I'm like, what better way could we have figured out what it was about if we didn't ask him?
It wasn't my boy Truth Teller, right?
No. No. Shout out to Truth Teller.
Shout out to Truth Teller.
Truth Teller does his research.
I know. Like, Truth Teller, yeah.
He's in the street, so he hears it before.
That's my boy.
He hears it before everybody. So Truth Teller put it out. It's true.
How about Christian Blues?
Take a drink. You ain't gonna put her on the spot like that. Take a drink.
Yo, Roddy, you seen it? She was like,
These are all Chicago. You know, they live out there, so I'm trying to see who's real and who's not.
okay. How do you feel about people like CNN that only want to report on hip hop now because of it's trending at the moment?
See, and that's a good question because, like I said this earlier, the content creators that are now being in position to create content and get it out before the news outlets are the ones that are going to win. And now for them to have slept on it for so long, they're an afterthought. So like them telling us whatever's going on, I already heard it from the Shade Room or whoever else, you know what I mean? And now we're going to those outlets before. We still like our CNNs because of course CNN does their due diligence. They're still leading the charge with being an authority in news. But when it comes to our culture and hip hop, it's like you're late.
But some of those people that report, we know that they not going. So why not go to have their source reported? Like,
so who watching them though? I don't know when the last time I watched CNN.
Last time I watched CNN, it was because Cameron. Yes.
Cam was on CNN.
Yes.
I didn't see it on CNN.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. But the thing about this is you have these CNN and Cam again. Me personally, I thought Cam did a wonderful job. Like I thought Cam did a wonderful job.
Inappropriate?
I didn't think Cam was now. I think, of course, it's a twofold. You said now, like Cam, you know, it would have been nicer. No doubt. If you would have been nicer to the black woman.
Right.
It would have been smarter if you would have invited somebody that was signed to that
and that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you holler at somebody from his label?
Yeah.
G-Dep just came home from jail. Sean is Mace just got a big old Mace. Yeah. You telling about Mace being with Cam. But not only that, what about is it because CNN, did you think that it was appropriate to have her ask one of the black kids because she's black? You know what I'm saying? Those are all kind of questions that, again, yes, Cam may have been able to be nicer. But I'm rolling with Cam.
I don't think he was disrespectful to her because like his question wasn't
he was
response. He was like, why am I here?
Listen. If you mentioning clapping cheeks and all that in front of like that, he took the horse.
Yeah,
on the whole.
Like, that's
I understand the question, but his whole aura towards her was like,
it would have been for me. It would have been different if they was in the same room. They wasn't in the same room. So, like I said, it was CNN setting her up.
Definitely, that's what I think it was. I thought CNN.
I thought they wanted to go viral because I was like, I don't understand why y'all didn't prep him or ask him if he had something to say beforehand. Because y'all should have knew he didn't have anything to say.
With an entity like them, and like you said, they supposed to be in the league. doing their due diligence.
Quality.
You didn't do it.
Yeah, that was
check
true.
Check out TNT, right? Check out ESPN. You see how they changing they motherfucking
they getting rid of
getting rid of
Shaq,
all of them. You know why?
Yeah.
Because of people like us, baby. People
They
like
getting rid of Shaq, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why pay
Wait.
TNT is over. Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the NBA. They got
I
the
don't
NBA.
even want to see the four of them.
ESPN got NBC got the NBA contract, so not no TNT no more. So
Amazon Prime got them.
That's wild, son. The rest of them is wild.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why.
Shout out to
Everything.
the content creators like
Yeah.
Mason. That's why Mason can't. All these is changing that for them.
Because we have the power now. So like we rather watch a mom in TikTok on Ohio. She got 1.5 million. Like what are we? She's telling us why we turn exactly.
She keeping it a
So
sack.
what's the point of turning on Lifetime
live TV.
when we could just watch this TikToker that we don't know and all her drama? The new celebrities are the regular people.
Yeah.
You just gotta find your people that you like and just watch them. Cause I see regular people go viral every day. Like what's the girl that was dating the guy and she was like, "Who did I marry?" She's just a regular girl.
The TikTok, on TikTok,
Regular girl.
Yeah.
Regular girl. Everybody's just regular. I think people are kind of tired of this idea of celebrity and these big
when they every day and what
we kind of like regular people now. We kind of want to see what you're doing.
Like we going into this mentality that a lot of and they've been telling us that it's scripted.
That's what happened after you watched The Matrix, baby.
The new celebrities are the content creators.
Content creators, baby.
They're the
Catch
new
me on the
ones.
stoop, baby.
The bloggers beefing, everybody beefing. Like that's more interesting now. Like bloggers beefing more than the rappers. So it's like what like you know. I mean, we still like our celebrities, blah blah blah. But it's just like the new ones, like the Castanats. That's a streamer. He's a streamer. So and
Now-
we follow
now-
him like
You going to LA now. You going to LA. We can get back to academic, but you going to LA. You went down. You gonna be regular like us now?
yes.
Oh, okay, because I want to
I'm
check.
never gonna change.
Okay.
I'm coming right back.
You might gotta deal with no jumpers or something right there.
What's going on over there, man? Trying to be like, you know, son, don't do it. Sitting down, rolling down Rodeo Drive, like, let me holler at you, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm never gonna change. I'm always gonna be me.
You all they got.
Ain't nothing wrong if they drop the bag.
If they drop the bag,
you still ain't gotta change.
I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna bring everybody with me too. Like, y'all, I'm gonna be like, look,
Talk that.
y'all haven't been to LA.
Talk that.
We're going to party at Diddy's mansion.
Oh,
no, we're like good.
We're past that.
Are you sure? Just kidding. Just kidding. No party. No Diddy.
What you were saying, cause about DJ?
Hold on. Before academic, did you ever get to meet Zach TV?
No, I didn't. And you want to know? It's interesting because like by the time Zach really was emerging with his stuff, I moved. So I ended up getting to the point where I was in Chicago where I felt like it was time for me to go. Because I had worked at iHeartMedia. I was doing interviews and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn, how am I going to be able to grow if there's only 4 jobs at the radio station? Because at the time, it wasn't like how it is now where you could just be a content creator and make money. Back in the day, it was like, okay, you got to work at the radio station to try to, you know what I mean?
I know somebody.
You got to know somebody. You got to intern, and I did all of that. I interned, and then I got hired, and then I worked there for 4 years, and I was a traffic producer and reporter talking about the Edens inbound from Lake Cook. Like, doing stuff I did not care about. So, but now I have a skill that I always keep, but because do you ever listen to the radio and hear them talk about the traffic and you know what they're saying? Yeah. It's like, whatever. Like, oh, there's a stall on the right shoulder. Like, what does that even mean? But
I got Waze. Waze tell me.
Exactly. Right, you're not listening to Hot 97 and the traffic reporter. No. But that's what I'm saying. Media is so behind. But it's okay. I'm not shitting on y'all because there's, But okay. So I did that, and then I finally got to the point where I wanted to moved to New York. I met some people from New York, and I was like, I'm moving to New York. And they're like, well, if you move, you can work with us. And I was like, what? So then I really did it. I sold all my stuff and I drove to New York in my Nissan and I came here with it. And they really gave me a job, and that's how I ended up here. And I just kept working my way up. And then I went from Revolt to Complex. Well, I went from Sirius XM to Revolt to Complex. And then now I'm like stepping out as
Talk about it.
Drea. Oh, everywhere you go, just
Talk
me.
about it.
So,
Talk about it.
You got
Drea,
something.
oh, everywhere. Drea, oh, everywhere.
everywhere you go.
Yeah.
She got a little New York swag too.
I had to. I learned it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to meet Zach, but Zach really took that lane and he was running with it. And if he was here, he would get his flowers. It's really sad because he was a pioneer. He was a content creator before they was calling it the content creators. He was kind of like a YouTuber before it was like
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Now my cousin was about to ask about
before it was money in it because they wasn't making no money. We wasn't making no money.
Academics is a person that's like Zach in Chicago. He the one that brought drill music to New York, really, like that vision.
Academic?
Yeah, Academics, yeah. So I could say he's responsible for that.
That's interesting.
That's good.
How do you feel about Academics' role in hip hop?
I don't like him. I don't like him.
I feel like Son got a lot of reach.
And that's
I feel like his reach is crazy, but just be more responsible about what you're saying out there and the message you're putting out.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't got no problem with Son. His reach is bananas, right?
What he do is cool.
But
I'm gonna tell you this,
now,
brother.
Just be
This
more
ain't
responsible about
from
what you're putting out there. But
this is from me.
Got a lot of control out there.
You better worry about that rape case. That's what you better worry. Honestly,
isn't that weird? All these cases is coming up on all these big figure people.
But you know the thing about it though is these guys, again, they out there, they are doing things and they're not being held accountable for it when they're doing it. Like I think that, of course, you got one woman, we could sit down now and we could say, yo, listen, let's figure this out, you know. But when you got multiple women coming up, you got a problem. There's like the one woman is too much. The one woman you did it to is too much. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe there was some sort of, you know, and again, depending on the situation, maybe there was some like, you know, yo, we wasn't communicating in the best manner. But when you got 5, 6, 10, 22, two women that's like, yo, this dude took advantage of me. Niggas is bringing drugs and all that other stuff to the game. There's issues. You got issues. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to say that I think that, you know, when with these cases coming out, these guys are getting the bag. They thinking they bigger than what they are. Yeah. And they think they can take advantage of people and do what they want. And unfortunately, they've gotten away with it for a while. But now, the roosters is coming in, you know, the hens are coming to roost, whatever they say.
2024 is the year of exposure.
Yeah.
It's like everything is getting exposed. Even, you know, Sean Kingston. Him and his mom, I guess.
Yo, his mom ain't got no ear.
I know, and then he's...
You saw his moms?
I know.
Yo, his mom's when he got here down here.
When he burnt out, what he do?
Yo, he was sitting down taking jewelry from dudes.
He been doing that shit for years. That been reported in the
talk about, yo, I can hook you up. I introduce you to Justin Bieber. We'll look. And he's taking advantage of people, not just jewelry. He's taking advantage of people because of his celebrity.
Yes.
He's taking advantage of people because of his celebrity.
Yes.
And now, a couple of these guys is like, yo. And again, the amount of jewelry that they're saying that this is grand larceny.
Yes.
So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, you took a couple of $100,
well,
you took thousands of dollars.
Anything over
even the guy that talk about the TV.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I did an entertainment system for him. And he was like, yo, the entertainment system was like, I think he said like $150,000. Like,
I was like, what TV cost $150? And if you knew you didn't really have the money like that, you still gonna go for the biggest, most grandest piece of...
Do it for the gram, bitch. Do it for the gram.
Clearly, he was living beyond his means, but I guess he's, you know, he still writes because I guess he was on Chris Brown's new album and stuff like that. So he's still writing, but I think, you know, a lot of these celebrities are living these lives that we think are these glamorous, glittery lives, and they're really not. They're just, you know, and now it's like getting harder and harder to keep up with it because eggs cost $10. So everybody's broke. It's like we all, you gonna still act like you got it? Like we don't even, can't even, you know what I mean? Like, so I think everybody's hurting, and I think it's actually more attractive and appealing and interesting, to be honest. Like, I love to see a celebrity tell the truth. Like, show us what you're really doing and what's really going on.
You see what, you know, you see where they coming
stop
from.
Trying to pretend.
Yeah, stop trying to front.
Show.
Like,
you fronting for the gram. You fronting for the gram.
That's why they're messing up. That's why we like. That's why we like our new celebrities. That's why we like TikTokers. Because they're in the kitchen with the drama. So.
Now, we all know that Complex, Revolt, all of those are great platforms. But when it comes to certain platforms, you know, we're a little biased. You know what I'm saying? So when it's come to like the Drea show, you know, the Drea those shows, because again, those are for the culture. Those are, you know, you talking about things that going on in our neighborhoods that they might not directly affect you, but you know what I'm saying, it's something or someone that you know, if you've been looking at, you know what I'm saying. So that's some of the things we do here on the stoop. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, to have you come and bless us,
connect with us, connect with the peoples out there,
especially from Bedford.
No doubt. and you was a resident of Bedford, so that's
had a blast
right
here.
there.
I had a blast.
You could always come back.
I mean,
she's going to LA.
Too expensive.
I know. You can't say that. I want to know where you going after LA. That's not gonna be the last stop.
You heard her. You ain't hear when she said the valleys and stuff. She's going over there.
By the end of the year, I will be in LA, but not yet, because I'm gonna spend my summer in Chicago, I think.
Okay.
Because I've been in New York for the last 6 summers, and I love New York. New York summer is the shit. It's the best.
No doubt.
But Chicago summer, oh man,
they still got the old tradition with the cookout.
I gotta come on there.
I
gotta touch Chicago.
I gotta touch Chi-Town.
I always want to Chi-Town one time. Shout out to Chi-Town.
You got all those gangsters that came from New York and was in Chi, New York. So you know, you always was like, yo, Chi-Town. I gotta go.
The food is good. The summertime weather is perfect.
Pizza better.
Yo, I'm
tell them right now, who pizza's better, New York or Chicago? Keep it a stack, cause you lived in both places. Cause you lived
now.
Yeah,
we getting ready. As soon as you say the rule,
answer that right.
But no, answer the question.
Who pizza's better? Answer them right now.
Oh my God. Okay, if I have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Chicago has the best pizza. Chicago has the best pizza. It's not even.
It's not the deep dish you said?
No. It's a secret place that, I mean, outsiders don't never think to go here, but they always think of like, oh, Giordano's, It's not even that. It's called Italian Fiesta. That's my favorite pizza place, Italian Fiesta. Okay. That is just...
Hey, yo, Chicago, y'all gotta check in on that. Y'all heard
Italian
what she said.
Fiesta. Y'all know.
They know.
We like Italian Fiesta.
Check her out.
Yeah.
She keep it in 100.
Rosati's is cool too. If you know, Rosati's, whatever. If you want the deep dish stuff, it's cool. But deep dish is special. Like, we don't eat deep dish every day. That's like lasagna.
All right, so I hear you talking about pizza. Who got the best baseball team?
Oh, y'all got it.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because, you know, the Cubs and the Sox ain't really been hitting. But, you know, the Bulls is legendary. We always going to say the Bulls.
Well, you know, not for nothing, that guy that played for y'all, he was
that
guy. He's from around this town. You know, he's from this town. You know, he might not rep it all the time, but he's from this town.
I know people don't even really know that. Yeah.
Some food for thought.
We getting sidetracked.
Nah, yo, we're talking about talking, man. Yo, so we want to say thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
We got a little something for you.
That's right.
I don't know. I hope this is a color you like.
I love gifts. I don't care.
Okay, good.
Okay.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
This is our button. What's better than you? Tell her, come on. Tell her.
When the answer, listen, when the answer is nothing, but it means everything.
Huh?
Oh,
And this is us. From us.
I like
Catch me on the
Catch me on the stoop.
This is so nice. Thank you.
Make sure you wear those with some good kids.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah. I
will.
see she
With
rocking some. She rocking some joints.
You
She
know,
rocking
I
some
just wanted
joints.
to, you know,
Tell
you know.
Chi-Town, let Chi-Town know you pulled up in the hood. It was love.
Yes,
It's always
Drea. Oh,
love.
everywhere you go. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. We got to do this again.
Anytime.
Yes,
Thank you.
we gotta do
Anytime.
this again.
And y'all know what it is, as always. 237, no place like home.
Catch
Catch
us
me
on
on
the
the
stoop,
stoop,
huh?
baby. It's love, 100.
Peace.